guys, welcome back to the KCB channel and to the top 5 FPL player picks for Game Week 21. So this is where I'll be giving you the top 5 players in my opinion for each week, and I'll be categorizing the players into 1. the premium pick, 2. the budget option, and lastly the differential. For the premium pick, the goalie and the defender have to have a price of more than 5.5 million, and for the midfielder and the forward, they have to have a price of more than 9. The budget option is just anyone who is not a premium pick, and the differential has to have an ownership of less than 5%. First of all, let's go over how things went in Game Week 20. Ruben Diaz and Ilkay Gundogan were the only players which returned. Unfortunately, Bruno Fernandes, James Maddison and Paul Pogba all blanked. But what I would always say to myself and to you guys now is, when I buy a player, I always give them maybe 2 to 3 weeks to perform, and if they still don't perform after that, I'll look to sell them. I'll move on to the next player. What I have to say about Game Week 21 first of all is, I always had the plan of bringing Harry Kane in for this game week against Brighton, but unfortunately Harry Kane got injured in the game against Liverpool. So I'll have to make some adjustments, both for my personal team actually and for this video as well. Coming in to replace Harry Kane in our first premium spot is his teammate Heung-min Son at 9.8. To be completely honest with you, I have doubts about this one because Harry Kane is so crucial to the way that Spurs play and also crucial to the way that Son plays as well. They link up with each other so well, with Harry Kane assisting Son and vice versa. What would normally happen is Harry Kane would get the ball deep while Son would make a run forward, and Harry Kane has the ability to make a killer pass to Son, and Son would be one-on-one with the goalie, and more often than not, he'll score the goal. Without Harry Kane in this role, I'm just not sure how Jose Mourinho will line up his Spurs team. But what I do know is Heung-min Son will definitely be the player to have the expectation to replace Harry Kane and to get the goals for Spurs. So hopefully he'll rise to the occasion and get the goals for us this week. Let's now move on to the more budget-friendly options, and the first player that we have is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was probably the fan favorite at the beginning of the season because he was doing so well, he was so consistent, scoring pretty much every game and making assists as well. But now more recently he has had a dip in form, and so have Everton. But in this game week, in Game Week 21, I think Newcastle at home, who have been pretty awful as of late as well, I think this could be the perfect chance for him to make a comeback. At 7.6, I think he's worth a punt this week against Newcastle at home, and he could also be the best replacement for Harry Kane as well. The next budget option that we have is Jack Grealish from Aston Villa. So I think he's the most creative player in the team. In the last game against Burnley, even though Aston Villa lost, Jack Grealish scored a goal, had 3 shots on target and made 5 key passes. He's been having these crazy stats all season long. He is such a talented player. He's been making chances for himself, making chances for his teammates, and I think against Southampton this week could be a really good fixture for him, especially to bounce back from the loss against Burnley in Game Week 20. On to the more interesting player picks for this game week is our differential Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea. So recently Chelsea have a new manager in Thomas Tuchel. Nobody knows what to really expect of Tuchel's team and how Chelsea will react to the sacking of Frank Lampard. Out of all the Chelsea players, Ziyech and maybe Ben Chilwell as well are the players which have the highest potential. Ziyech is a talented passer of the ball. In the last game against Wolves, he had 4 key passes, which was the highest number out of any Chelsea player, and he also had 20 crosses. He has pretty much all the set pieces at Chelsea, and he's a threat from long range as well. So at only 2.7% owned, I think if you get ZX for this week, if you catch him in the right moment, it could be crucial to your ranks in the mini league, because I'm sure nobody will have Hakim ZX just yet. Against Burnley at home, I think this could be the perfect chance for ZX to do something, and also for Thomas Tuchel to make a statement of how his Chelsea are going to be for the rest of the season. So yeah, it's definitely worth a punt for my guys. Our last player for Game Week 21 is probably the most interesting one. It's Matheus Pereira from West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich Albion are definitely not known for their attack. Going forward, it's probably not their main strength, especially now that Sam Allardyce is in charge. But Matheus Pereira is their best player, so if something is going to happen, it's going to be Matheus Pereira either on the end of it or making the assist for it. He has penalties as well, which he scored 2 in Game Week 20 against Wolves, so that's something to watch out for as well. West Bromwich Albion are playing Fulham in Game Week 21, and I would be quite disappointed if Sam Allardyce doesn't go for this one. West Bromwich Albion and Fulham are both struggling this season in the Premier League, so I think it's a must-win for both of them, so I would expect there to be plenty of goals. If you're trailing someone in your mini league and you're desperate to have a player that differentiates your team from everybody else, I think Matheus Pereira could be your man. At only 1% owned and 5.6 in price, I think Pereira is the ultimate differential for Game Week 21. So that's it for the top 5 FPL player picks for Game Week 21. I hope everyone does well in this game week, and hopefully all of our players do not blank. If you like what you see here, please hit the subscribe button, and best of luck. I'll see you with the next one. Bye.